We are halfway through 2025, and that means we're going to round up our picks for best of the year so far.
We're all done doing best of the month, but guaranteed we're still listening to metal. We've rounded them up, baby. Let's check them out.
Dormant Ordeal's Tooth and Nail sheds their technical death metal associations, embracing a more aggressive, classic Polish death metal sound. Despite their lineup changes, including a new drummer, the band delivers a highly powerful performance here. The riffs are exceptional, featuring varied textures from tremolos to post-metal shimmers. This record showcases a richer, more atmospheric black death metal path, making it stand out as Dormant Ordeal's strongest effort yet.
Headed by two Polish musicians, both coincidentally named Maciej, Dormant Ordeal has been quietly releasing their variety of majestic, dissonant death metal to the world since 2013. This record should plant the flag very firmly into the ground that Dormant Ordeal is here to make some noise. Drawing upon obvious influences from bands like Hate Eternal, Behemoth, and Ulcerate, I would say that these guys are getting into their prime, even getting into territory that surpasses their influences. Yes, folks, the pupil has become the master. Make way for this major death metal album of 2025. It's going to be on heavy rotation for extreme metal fans everywhere.
Cytotoxin, Biographite. Cytotoxin's new record is a new level for the German tech metal masters. The album takes on a bleaker and more serious tone here, delving into the aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster. This thematic depth brings increased technicality and really hones in on highly memorable and brutal as fuck riffing. Easily one of my favorites from this band, and it may be my favorite record from Cytotoxin.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the few albums from this year that I actually have on repeat more than any other. And I rarely fall for tech death this hard, but these guys are telling a story with this record in the most extreme way possible. With the resurgent fear of nuclear holocaust in the media, think HBO shows, stalker video games, Fallout, daily events, this band has nailed the intersection of metal and terror. This album is sick with radiation.
Rivers of Nile with their self-titled record. This is their fifth album, and it signals a new era for the band, synthesizing elements from their past works while forging new grounds. Despite significant lineup changes, including a new triple vocal approach, the band delivers a really powerful statement with this record. Find me living in the day that never came. Early highlights included the Suborbital Blues and Criminals. It showcased a tighter songwriting for the band and a blend of their signature heaviness with newfound atmospheric depths. While I do kind of get the divide in the fan base, this album is fucking incredible, and it's set up to win many new listeners.
I really think that this is one of the heaviest bands around right now. Their weight is in their syncopation, the songwriting, and just those unexpected kind of sucker punches that their music just constantly delivers. Calling this band a tech death band these days kind of feels like a stretch. With this record, Rivers is more akin to acts like a Legion, kind of supplying that ferocious melodic death metal foundation and blending it with their progressive, psychedelic, and avant-garde sort of tendencies that are just masterfully crafted. Rivers have carved out a distinct path in the extreme American metal scene. Since their magnum opus, Where Owls Know My Name, they have spawned imitators all over the globe. This is a great place to start for new fans, and a bit more violent than The Work for anyone who's disappointed by that. I thought it was great, so fuck you.
Havakruunu to Vastland. Havakruunu's new record continues their impressive streak, offering another evolution to their sound. This record is a journey through Viking and metal lore. Every single track is epic as fuck in scope, showcasing the band's mastery of black metal ferocity, melodic passages, and captivating Viking choirs. All while incorporating Bathory and Immortal influences. The record's dynamic production allows every element to shine, making To Vastland a strong contender for Album of the Year out of this whole list, and a must-listen for black metal fans.
That taste of black and heavy metal is so pungent on this record. This should be no surprise for anyone who has heard this record that it is right here on this list and lauded so highly. This band was a group for nearly a decade, believe it or not, before they released their first record. And that dedication to their craft and their songwriting is so apparent. This is truly a fantastic look at blackened heavy metal through the eyes of these Finns. Spin this one, spin their back catalog. Everything here is just a masterclass.
Deafheaven, Lonely People with Power. Deafheaven's Lonely People with Power is a triumphant return to form, seamlessly blending their furious black metal roots with post-rock elements explored on Infinite Granite. This album isn't a rejection of their recent past, but a masterful reintegration of sorts, creating their most cohesive and harmonious work yet. This album delivers both gnarly intensity and gorgeous melodies, showcasing the band's full emotional range. Lonely People with Power possesses that undeniable thing that made Sunbather iconic, solidifying its place as essential and a timeless addition to Deafheaven's discography. It might even be my favorite record of theirs.
I think that I'm right there with you. This is easily in my top 3 of the year so far. This band has just remained a force to be reckoned with in this new age of modern black metal. Their post-rock tendencies are dialed in on this one, along with their post-hardcore and punk influences. Maybe because this is their first record on Roadrunner, the band seems to have released something calculated, like a sucker punch to our heads, showcasing their most devastatingly heavy and intense work to date.
Mesa's The Spin refines their unique blend of psych doom, offering a smoother, more polished experience compared to their previous works, although their whole discography is fucking excellent. While retaining their signature enigmatic sound, The Spin feels more anthemic and immediate, though less a continuous flow than the previous works. Standout tracks like Fire on the Roof and Immolation showcase their evolving songwriting. Take the spin for a spin, man. This record just shows this band's ability to release consistent quality, release after release, and this one is a diverse and captivating example of that.
I had high hopes coming into this record because, as you said, Mesa has just been on a tear, but this went beyond my expectations in a very positive way. That was a quick clip from one of the best songs on this album, maybe one of the best songs of 2025, The Dress. This album soars to heights that other bands just kind of hope for. If you're into a blend of, get ready for this, gothic doom, jazz, electronica, sludge, and that touch of black metal, Mesa's latest work expands on the limits of melancholic, slow music.
Unrequited's latest record marks a significant shift for the project, introducing prominent clean vocals to their expansive soundscapes. The new vocal style adds an ethereal layer to the post-black metal vibes. The album feels like a cinematic journey at times, blending ambient passages with soaring guitar and vocal-led pieces. A Pathway to the Moon is an emotionally resonant and highly enjoyable record. I've been spinning it ever since it came out. It is excellent.
We have been covering this band for a bit. They've always been on our radar, and I find them typically associated with the often unnecessary subgenre of DSBM. Okay, I think Unrequited has finally shed that. They are on an upward trajectory since their debut record, and in this one in particular, they showcase those cinematic moments that really help those epic post-rock moments stand out. This record is grandiose. It's got that cinematic quality to their songs. The production is very modern, which has its pluses and minuses, you know. There's a ton of Blackgaze influence on here, and I'd even venture to say that Unrequited is now a Blackgaze band. Probably their best release. I think it's my favorite. If you haven't heard this band yet, this is a great place to start.
Vermilia, Carsico. Vermilia continues to impress with her third album, Carsico, a captivating journey into ancient Finnish paganism. As a one-woman project, Vermilia handles all aspects from the evocative music to the striking visuals. Carsico builds on the previous efforts, delivering an immersive black metal experience. Expect epic, folkish tremolo riffs alongside melancholic acoustic passages, all underpinned by steady rhythms and subtle bass. Tracks like Vakat and Koti stand out, transporting listeners at the heart of Finnish woodlands. It is an absolute must-listen.
Multi-instrumentalist Vermilia is really just on another steady trajectory of releasing strong material based on her love and admiration for those genre-defining black metal acts of the late 80s and early 90s. The folk elements, as you alluded to, just add a genuine touch, assisting with that ever-present feeling of majesty, which is one of the best black metal tropes. The vocals are spectacular, with the constant layers being a welcome addition to the blistering riffing. This is an impressive feat for any group of musicians, never mind a single musician.
Grima, Nightside. Grima's new record showcases the Russian duo's continued mastery of atmospheric black metal. Their sixth album in under a decade, which is crazy, it refines their sound quite a bit, blending traditional black metal fury with enhanced melodic elements and prominent folk instrumentation. Tracks like Flight of the Silver Storm lead into melodic black metal tropes, while Impending Death Premonition surprises with death metal vocals alongside the band's signature accordion sounds. Notably, Wilhelm's vocals are clearer than ever on this release, and the accordion takes center stage, which I really loved, even delivering some impressive solos at times. The Nightside represents a new high point for Grima. Absolutely check this out, it's awesome.
This is just another strong outing from these guys. They caught our attention with their 2021 release, Rotten Garden, a fantastic record of theirs. And there's plenty to love on this record, with a particular nod to the fans of the atmospheric black metal subgenre. Unfortunately, I think that this record does exhibit some underdeveloped sections, but these are quickly overlooked by the standout song of the year. You named it, Flight of the Silver Storm. Despite the constant barrage by the native instrument accordion called the bayon, Grima does a fantastic job leaning into their brand of bog tree people that worship nature. This is a very cool record with easily one of the best songs of 2025 on it. Check this one out for sure.
I was decaying cities of the world upon the brink.
Warbringer, Wrath and Ruin. This is Warbringer's 7th album, and it showcases a refined thrash attack with newfound black metal undertones at times. While still rooted in aggressive thrash, the album experiments with grander soundscapes and interweaving guitar textures. Tracks like A Better World deliver invigorating, direct thrash metal, while Neuromancer offers a powerful mid-tempo stomp. Despite some longer tracks on the album, Wrath and Ruin is a solid but potent effort. It's not reinventing the wheel, but goddamn it rips.
Like a genetically engineered cyborg ninja, this album has been delicately handcrafted to feature only the best and beastly characteristics from this band and all their previous albums. Each song has a guaranteed moment that will make you want to rip your own fucking head out of your body. The tones are all perfectly dialed in here with particular attention to the bass. The themes on this are bleak and hopeless, with no character in this story seeming to have a good time. That doesn't mean that you won't have a good time though, and we highly recommend this fantastic record.
Ancient Death, Ego Dissolution. This is Ancient Death's debut record, and man, is it a wild ride, merging old school technical death metal with experimental atmospheres. The album seamlessly transitions between classic death metal riffs and ethereal soundscapes, pulling you into some treacherous mental depths at times. Beyond the headbanging moments of the album, the record truly does shine in its progressive metal elements, creating rich, evolving spaces throughout. Lyrically, the record explores themes of grief and hope and inner peace, which is kind of a welcome departure from typical death metal tropes.
We got some local homies in this band, which blew me away. Man, these guys and gal are invigorating what American death metal can and should sound like. They are doing what Floridian bands like Death and Morbid Angel and Monstrosity were doing to the death metal scene at that time, creating new boundaries by expanding on old ones. This takes all the pleasures, violence, and brutality of our favorite 90s death metal bands and penetrates it with that harsh layer of female vocals, uncanny musicianship, and intelligent composition. New school death metal, baby. Put this on your radar immediately.
Obsidian Tongue, Eclipsing Worlds of Scorn. Obsidian Tongue's new record is an incredible black metal album, masterfully blending progressive and atmospheric elements of the genre seamlessly. The Now Trio's new full-length effort is their most ambitious yet, incorporating a broad spectrum of black metal subgenres, including melodic, post-black, and even some hints of blackgaze alongside prominent psychedelic influences, which I think makes this pretty special. Ferocious tremolo riffs, powerful drumming, and immersive synths create some otherworldly moments. I love the versatile vocal ranges from torturous shrieks to haunting cleans. Everything just fits perfectly here. If you somehow missed this release and you love black metal that leans progressive, absolutely get on this.
These guys are good friends, man, and one of the first bands that we ever featured on this channel back when we first started in 2020. In fact, we just went and saw them a few weeks ago where I picked up a copy of the album for myself. They were in Providence and the set list was awesome. You know, seeing their growth with Brendan steering the ship under his leadership has just been super inspiring, man. They are just amazing musicians. The chemistry of this trio and their ability to create captivating psychedelic songs truly stands out in the songwriting and performances. They pride themselves on relying on old school techniques, foregoing the usage of metronomes and quantization. However they get the job done, this band has always been a spectacular demonstration of old school sensibilities mixed with new school compositions. As a longtime fan, this record sets a new era for Obsidian Tongue, and we are very excited for it.
Wake, The Return of Magic. This is their first album in nearly 14 years, offering a deeply personal experimental journey. This is an incredible record, full of atmosphere, heightened experimentalism, and polished production. The album, designed as a 59-minute experience, masterfully navigates dynamic shifts between crushing heaviness and some beautiful interludes. However, its introspective nature means that the listener's engagement often depends on their own life experience, which, take or leave how that might resonate with you. The Return of Magic is an album that demands your attention, soaking up whatever emotional payload that you have personally to bring to it. If you got that in you, it's a very cool record. Check it out.
This Arkansas sludge band has been dormant, as you said, for the last decade plus, so thank you to whatever magic user summoned them from their deep slumber. This isn't your typical sludge stoner, turn amp up loud, shout at mic band. No. These experienced musicians form a spell of sonic cacophony that leans into voodoo, rituals, paganism, and all manner of occult that your boomer mommy and daddy are definitely still uncomfortable with.
Night, Cult of the Serpent Sun. Night's latest record refines their blend of classic 80s heavy metal and Blackened edge into a highly potent weapon. The album is a glorious fusion of Merciful Fate era metal, The Night Eternal, Grand Magus, and Dawnbringer, all packed with lusty riffs and harmonies. Tracks like Crow, Fear the Night, and The Last Blade are instantly captivating, while the epic closer, Winds of Sokar, evokes Bathory's Viking era. At a lean 36 minutes, Cult of the Serpent Sun is a quick and vital listen, showcasing Night as a band for fans of classic metal. Absolutely check this one out.
Night has played a major part in this wave of American black and heavy metal alongside oft-compared bands like Cloak, Dawnbringer, and even a dash of their West Coast homies in Unto Others. They know how to balance that assortment of tropes from trad heavy metal and black metal and create that slew of accessible songs that are guaranteed to get stuck in your head for days. Top tracks for me include Skull and Tarmut. One of their best songs of the year might be the mid-paced black metal ballad, The Mystic. No surprise that this record is on here. It deserves it. It's got that charisma. It's got the charisma of a sexy vampire, and it's great on the ears. Check this one out.
Euphrosyne, Morris. From Greece, Euphrosyne delivers a powerful debut with their record Morris. A profound exploration of grief, Morris seamlessly weaves through symphonic, black, and doom metal, often within a single track. Effie Ava's versatile vocals are a highlight, conveying raw sincerity and pain, effortlessly transitioning between styles. The band's ability to balance crushing riffs with melodic elements creates a highly rich, layered experience. Morris is a compelling and honest debut, making it a poignant listen for anyone grappling with loss.
This isn't just another debut. It's a raw dive into grief, born from the loss of the guitarist Alex's mother, which is tragic. But knowing this context really changes everything. July 21st starts with a delicate piano and vocals, then slams you with heavy riffs, a taste of the album's sonic shifts. The production is incredibly clean, which does take a little bit of the sadness away from the vibe, but nevertheless, Morris hits very hard. This is an album that bleeds, potentially to the point of aggravating old wounds of grief. Tread lightly, but enjoy it.
Cradle of Filth, The Screaming of the Valkyries. Cradle of Filth continues their prolific run with The Screaming of the Valkyries, their 14th studio album. The record opens strong with To Live Deliciously, a catchy and aggressive track. When Misery Was a Stranger revisits their classic symphonic sound, bolstered by powerful female vocals, and highlights from the record like White Hellebore and Malignant Perfection demonstrate the band's ability to combine beauty with those crushing riffs and compelling choruses.
I have loved God, life's majestic song, swims on the wind that stirs on top, no leaves here.
The Screaming of the Valkyries is a solid effort for the band, proving that Cradle of Filth can still fucking throw down with some really high quality extreme metal.
Quite possibly some of the greatest work Cradle of Filth has put out in recent years. Their recent lineup changes hint at that steadfast leadership of Danny Filth and how he likes to steer this aging band. The addition of Donnie on guitars and Zoe on vocals and keys adds that fresh, new take to these extreme artists. This record sounds like a showcase of everything Cradle of Filth has stood for over the years. There are ballads, punk songs, moments of epic intensity, and grandiose fervor. Some old mutts and diehards will be turned off by the new direction, but you know what? This ain't for you.
Allegion, The Ossuary Lens. Allegion's new album delivers a leaner, more focused version of their Tech-Melodeath sound. This 45-minute record is their shortest yet, shedding previous prog excess while maintaining their ambitious, genre-bending songwriting. This album shines with fiery riffs and creative tangents, seamlessly blending punchy death metal with melodic leads and clean passages. While individual elements are impressive, for me, the album occasionally lacked the climatic moments of some of their previous records. But despite this, the Ossuary Lens is a worthy addition to Allegion's discography, showcasing a potent concoction of tech, death, prog, melody, and just amazing metal.
Yeah, man, there is no arguing that this band has quietly placed itself in the pantheon of incredible extreme metal bands from the US. This record is a perfect example of stretching a fusion of subgenres into something new and extreme. Their momentum is crazy, with albums like this every few years, all with that blistering technicality. They never dip below average territory, with each studio record blazing new trails for this band. We stray from the beaten path sometimes when it comes to some of our picks, but this one is going to be on most mid and end year metal lists, in my opinion. It's just one of those records, man. It is just so good.
Opia, I welcome thee, eternal sleep. Opia's debut is a potent blend of gothic doom, balancing atmospheric beauty with crushing heaviness. The UK-Spanish duo crafts a deeply introspective experience, exploring mortality, despair, and grief. Tracks like On Death's Door Part 1 deliver immense, somber doom with melodic interludes and ethereal female vocals. And then the track Man Proposes, God Disposes showcases a frightfully heavy gothic weight with clean passages proving even more devastating. This debut is a masterful painting of fading grays, enveloping the listener in its melancholic embrace. This is essential listening for Doom fans.
This is what I'm talking about when we say that we stray from the beaten path, dude. This is only a couple months into the release of their debut record, and they are receiving the acclaim that they so rightfully deserve, but they're still an underground band. Fans of Draconian, Theater of Tragedy, and Trail of Tears, you are going to go nuts, because it seems like the Gothic Doom has found a burning ember in the underground scene with bands like Opia. This record is a sprawling Gothic landscape filled with clean guitars, chilling breaks in the music, and haunting ethereal female vocals and screams, all fronted by the talented Teresa. Let the sadness of this record take you away, but don't be surprised if you find yourself headbanging on some of these spots, because there are some sick riffs.
And Oceans, the Regeneration Itinerary. And Oceans dives deep with the Regeneration Itinerary, fusing their 30-year history into a boldly experimental yet familiar sound. The album anchors the band's signature symphonic grandiosity and black metal aggression with Emperor-esque incisiveness while incorporating industrial textures and some electronic elements. The performances here are exceptional. Lumen's versatile vocal shift from screaming to growls and Kusi Salo's drumming provides artful, technical rhythms as the backbone. This is another fantastic addition to their catalog and a really great place to get started with this band.
Yeah, dude, this is an extreme band that just laughs at the ideas of limitations. Since we've started this channel, we have covered just about every And Oceans record released since 2020, mainly because we think that they are a significant addition to the metal scene. This record is no different, dude, and we hope that you'll support this amazing band. And Oceans delivers that delicate balance of passion, violence, introspection, and groove that we crave here at The Forge. Do not skip this record, and be sure to check out their catalog. They've been working their asses off for decades.
Be careful what you think.
Gruesome Silent Echoes. Gruesome Silent Echoes is a heartfelt tribute to Death's 1991 masterpiece, Human, and a fitting homage to the late drummer, Sean Reinert. The album immediately captures Human's essence, from its vaguely Middle Eastern tinged clean intros to effortlessly shifting between thrashing death metal and halftime grooves. Matt Harvey's vocals skillfully emulate Chuck Schuldner's dry rasp. Guitarists Matt Harvey and Daniel Gonzalez craft complex, twisting riffs that evoke Schuldner's style without a mere imitation, complemented by excellent solos. Gus's drumming is a highlight too, channeling Reinert's sublime precision with jazz-inflected nuances. Silent Echoes is a killer set of memorable tunes. While not replacing Human, it really honors its legacy beautifully.
If you've seen our death discography ranking, holy shit, we did that 5 years ago during lockdown. I know. What the fuck? You would know that Human is my favorite record from that group. It featured a unique turning point for the band as they eagerly pushed the boundaries of death metal into new, unexplored territory. Now, some folks are going to be offended by Gruesome's blatant death cosplay. Whatever, I get it. That's your prerogative. For me, this is akin to rebooting a 1950s horror movie with modern standards, a la The Hills Have Eyes. That's weird. That was an actual movie before the new movie. All the beats are there. The playbook is nearly word for word, but instead of left, they go right. Instead of up, they go down. Some of these songs are brilliant recreations of the original. If anything, this album makes me appreciate Human so much more. An amazing tribute to these guys.
We probably missed a ton. It's your own list. Make one down in the comments below. Thumbs up the video. Really helps us out.
Go with the gods, Forge mates. The insatiable violence cannot become anything else than that.